this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please hit your notification bells. I got to talk about this video. I just seen it, y'all. And when I seen it, automatically, I said, I got to go in. I got to talk about it. I got to tell the people how I feel about this right here. Is it great for boxing? Hell yeah. Is it great for Terence Crawford? Hell yeah, it is. We finally get to see Terence Crawford against what they call an elite fighter, even though he's been discredited for all the opponents he has fought throughout his career. Now, the WBO has mandated that Shawn Porter versus Terence Crawford must happen. But I got my say so about this situation. You know what I'm saying? I got to talk about it. Y'all forgive me for the camera issues. I'm sitting in the dark in the car. But anyway, my camera is broke, but I want to see what people have to say, so I'm keeping it on like this. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that could go on in this situation. But what bothered me the most is, for one, and a lot of people ain't going to understand this. This is no excuse. This is nothing to make an excuse for Terence Crawford. We already know that Terence Crawford is in contractual situations with Bob Arum. Bob Arum does not want to pay for Terence Crawford's fight. For some reason, casual fans and people who don't know nothing about boxing have been out here saying that Terence Crawford is out here offering Shawn Porter $1 million and $2 million. It is not Terence Crawford. It is Bob Arum, his promoter of Top Rank Promotions people. For those that don't understand that, it's not Terence Crawford. Bob Arum is offering these people these amounts of money. You see what I'm saying? So now that this has been mandated, hopefully Terence, or no, not Terence, I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up like y'all are. Hopefully Bob Arum will be willing to give Shawn Porter $3 million, 3.5. This will be a big fight. This will be a pay-per-view ordered fight. Y'all know that. We know that. Especially Shawn Porter, exciting fighter. Especially Terence Crawford, exciting fighter who has stopped everybody since he has been at 147. This will be a payday for both Al Heyman and Top Rank. So we can't go into the money issues with it. You know what I'm saying? This will be a beautiful fight. This will be a beautiful fight. But back to what I was saying. By them knowing that Terence Crawford is in a contractual situation with Bob Arum, he's lowballing people. You mandate a fight between him and Shawn Porter, which Shawn Porter and Bob Arum has had their dealings once before where he lowballed him again. So basically, it's looking to me like they are willing to strip Terence Crawford of his WBO title if his promoter, not Terence, because Terence don't issue out money to Shawn Porter. Okay? Terence don't make the deal. Okay? It's Bob Arum that makes the deal for the fight. So if Terence doesn't make the deal with the fight, I guess what? Terence gonna be stripped? Is that Terence Crawford's fault? And I'm being real with you. Is that Terence Crawford's fault when they know he's going through situations with Bob Arum? Shawn Porter fought Errol Spence for $2.5 million with a title, the WBC belt, the greatest belt in boxing. You fought for $2.5 million. But when Bob Arum offered you $2 million without a title, you wouldn't take it. So it looks like to me what's coming up next that Terence Crawford may be stripped if Bob Arum doesn't come through with a deal for this fight. And this is bullshit. I do not like it. This is the bad part of boxing. This is no fanboy. This is no biased talk. This is just being real. The WBO mandates a fight against Shawn Porter, knowing they were in negotiations before. People have been screaming at Terence Crawford, the casual fans who know nothing about boxing, who listen to the big channels that are out here getting clickbaits and lying to y'all, out here saying that this is what's going on. It's not. Shawn, Shawn Porter was offered money by Bob Arum, not Terence Crawford. It's top ranked promotions. Bob Arum offered him $2 million. Bob Arum offered him $1 million the first time. So basically, they are saying to me, in my opinion of boxing, no bias talk, no racism, that they are gonna take this title from Terence Crawford if Bob Arum can't make this fight. This is bullshit, man. So the fight is basically depending on Terence Crawford's title is depending on a promoter that's already angry or might be in his feelings because they have already announced that he's leaving. They have already announced that he's leaving Top Rank. But it's up to Bob Arum to make this fight, or he will be possible. It may be a possibility of him being stripped. This is fucked up. He could possibly be stripped if Bob Arum don't make this fight. Because Terrence don't offer them money, y'all. I'm sorry that y'all listen to these chums that want to get interviews. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to hold up, fuck that. This I gotta give a shout out to this dude. Fight Hub. Fight Hub was talking to Ronnie Shields about Jamal Charlo. Fight Hub, I love you. The guy, Marcus, I guess with the glasses. Bro, you did the best video of a big channel I have ever seen in my life. You asked what the fan asks about Jamal Charlo versus Canelo, Benavidez, and many more. Bro, you deserve a trophy for the questions you asked Ronnie Shields. And Ronnie Shields, as a man, I must say that I must respect you, OG. But as a boxing fan, I have no respect for you no more. For the things that you said about Demetrius Andrade only wanting to fight with your fighter, for the things you said about other fighters wanting to fight Jamal Charlo, the way you protected him and ducked him, I hope he is paying you more than 10%. But I lost all respect for you running Shields. I lost all respect for you running Shields. Your fighter is ducking and you allowing and helping him duck. It's about fighting the best running Shields. You disrespected Demetrius Andrade. You brought up something that happened between him and his brother in a conversation with, like you said, Jay-Z told him not to take the fight, which was his promoter. And he didn't take the fight. Okay. 8 years later, 6, 7 years later, he's still trying to fight y'all, and y'all still don't want to fight. Don't use that as an excuse, running Shields, for y'all not to fight Demetrius Andrade. That was pathetic. That was degrading of Demetrius Andrade as a trainer. If anything, you should have said, hey, that's between Andrade and Charlo. I'm not going to talk about that. If that fight happens, I'm willing to train my fighter for the fight. But the way you downgraded Demetrius Andrade, I hope Charlo is paying you 30% for that. You downgraded another black man from feeding his family. And I look at you so differently from that. And it's not because I'm a fan of Demetrius Andrade. He could have, that could have been a Gabe Rosado. And Running Shields could have said that about Gabe Rosado had been chasing him for 10 years like Demetrius Andrade. And if he would have said that right, like he was talking about Demetrius Andrade, I still wouldn't have respect. That was awful, man. That was awful. Running Shields, how could you do that? I understand protecting your fighter. I understand for making your fighter want to look good, but Running Shields, how could you downgrade them like that? Come on, man. That was sad. Yeah, they saying they could go to a purse bid. But who gives a fuck about a purse bid when all we want to see is a fight? See, I'm not with the promotional side. I'm not none of these other channels. See, because all we doing is, well, some channels are actually in the background because they right out there, but all we are doing is assuming because we don't really know what their conversations are. We don't really know what's going on in boxing like that. All we can do is assume and say, hey, this is what we think. And that's what I do. This is what I think. And what I think what the WBO is doing is bullshit. They're trying to strip Terence Crawford of a title because of a promotional company issue. They know that Bob Arum might not make this fight. He offered Shawn Porter 1 million, 2 million before. Shawn Porter didn't even want to take the 2 million. He said Bob Arum disrespected him. But you fought Errol Spence for 2.5 million when you had the title, the WBC title. So how are you disrespected, Shawn Porter? If y'all check out my catalog of videos, I've been telling y'all, please subscribe to Easy Work Boxing 2 as well. Easy Work Boxing 2. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that. Shawn Porter is going to get his ass embarrassed in front of Terence Crawford. That's why he didn't take that. He wants more money to get his ass whooped. If you watch Diaz versus Terence Crawford, I think his name, no, not David. What's his name? Felix Diaz. If you watch Felix Diaz versus Shawn Porter, it's basically the same fight. I mean, not Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford. That's how Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter is gonna look. Kenny Porter is gonna have to throw in the towel, y'all. Kenny Porter is gonna throw in the towel because Terence Crawford is gonna beat that ass. And Shawn Porter, I love you. You are a warrior. You are an exciting fighter. You are no different than Terence Crawford. But when it comes to skill frame and you going against Terence Crawford, bro, you know why you won't take $2 million. You know what you're going up against. I have seen Shawn Porter on video saying that he admires Terence Crawford. If you think I'm lying, just keep watching. I would never make up nothing to make no man look good. Terence Crawford ain't paying me. Shawn Porter himself said that he admires Terence Crawford. So you know that Shawn Porter wants a good payday for an ass whooping. And I take nothing away from Shawn Porter, hell of a fighter, but that's what's going on, y'all. They know that Bob Arum is not gonna pay for that fight. And if Bob Arum is not willing to pay, they are gonna try to strip Terence Crawford. Now the question is, what parties behind this situation is telling the WBO to strip Terence Crawford? What parties behind this is telling them to strip this man? When they know he going through situations with his promoter. Terence Crawford cannot make Bob Arum offer Shawn Porter the money that he wants. Terence leaves Bob Arum in October. Why didn't they mandate this fight months ago? Why didn't they mandate this fight months ago? All of a sudden, when it's getting close to October, when we see that Terence Crawford going through hell with Bob Arum, now they mandate a fight with Shawn Porter, knowing that Bob Arum wasn't willing to pay Shawn Porter shit from the beginning. So basically, if the fight don't happen, guess who they gonna strip? Guess who they gonna try to strip? It's somebody else behind this shit. But see, also this, the WBO want their money. Now, Terence has been off for a minute. The WBO like, shit, it's just like the streets, y'all. It's just like selling dope. Shit, we got to get our paper. Fuck that. Terrence got that title. He need to pay for that motherfucker. We finna mandate a fight. If they don't come to a negotiation, somebody getting motherfucking stripped, and we getting a new motherfucking title holder for the WBO title. That's what's going on. And whoever get this hoe, they gonna pay for this motherfucking title. That's always going. It's a money grab as well with the WBO. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame them. That's what they're there for, to get their money. Y'all hit that like button if you're watching. The WBO there to get their money off their titles. And they tired of waiting. So basically they gonna mandate a fight. Fuck what Bob Arum talking about. Because Bob Arum know we can make money off this fight. This is what we gonna do. We gonna mandate this fight between you and Shawn Porter. We need money for our fucking title. We need money for our title. So I don't know how y'all gonna do it, or whichever way y'all gonna do it. But at the end of the day, if we don't get no money for our title, somebody getting stripped. That's all going on, y'all. If we don't get no money for our title, somebody getting stripped, and it's gonna be Terence Crawford. If Bob Arum, who he has problems with as a promotional company right now, does not make a good offer to Shawn Porter, that means that they are willing to strip Terence Crawford of his title, and that is bullshit. Because Bob Arum has stated facts that he is only willing to pay for Terence Crawford versus Spence because he has so-called made no money off of Terence Crawford. Terence need to fight every motherfucking body. Terence need. I can't wait for this contract shit to be up, so he can go right over there to Al Heyman, so y'all could see that they was ducking from fucking jump. I hope, I hope Al Heyman. If Al Heyman does not pay for Terence Crawford, that would be the biggest loss he has ever made in his life. I'm sure when October comes, Terence Crawford gonna get one of the best deals probably in boxing besides Canelo. He gonna get one of the best deals in boxing besides Canelo going over there with Al Heyman, and then they gonna really show you what time it is. And the only person who I think who gonna really step up and fight him is Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Daniel Garcia could have been had it. Danny Garcia could have had it at 140. He didn't want it. Remember, Danny Garcia run around, his dad run around calling Terence Crawford nappy head and all this shit because he wanted to challenge Danny Garcia when he moved up to 147. Yeah, Terence ain't no joke, bro. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford. Keith Thurman, my boy. Keith Thurman, my number one fighter. Keith Thurman brought me back into the sport of boxing. But Terence is a dog, bro. And the biggest fight at welterweight is going to be Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman. Because Errol Spence is going to lose and he's going to move up. He's going to lose and he's going to move up. Bud ain't, man. Bud intimidate these dudes out here in boxing, man. These dudes don't come from where Bud come from. Y'all got to remember that. They talk that street talk, that man down shit and all that. Them dudes is middle class dudes, bro. Bud got shot in his head at a dice game. These dudes is middle class. Bud intimidates them. It's not that they're scared of him. It's not that they don't think they can beat him. Bud gives them the possibility of their mind that they can lose to him because he ain't like them. The Charlo brothers, all these other fighters talk about this gangster talk and this, that, and the other. Who was paying for you to go to the amateurs? If you went through all this drama, this horror in your life, somebody had to pay money for you to go to the Olympics. Somebody had to pay money for you to go to the amateurs. What is all this thug life talk? What is all this you was around selling dope and you from the streets? When you say you been fighting since you was 7, when did you have time to pick up the sack? When did you have time to trap at the Texaco, at the Chevron, at the Shells? When you were boxing? It's bullshit. Cut all that shit out. When was you trapping at the Texaco when you was a Golden Glove winner at 14? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I'm middle class and I grew up good. I would love to say that. Ain't nothing wrong with not being from the hood. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I hate that that's glorified. I hate that's our image. That we have to come from poverty. We have to come from nothing. No. It's okay to say, hey, I had a mother and a father who went to college, who had great jobs. I just loved the box. And I got into it from there. Why is it that you have to come from poverty and the hood and gun violence and killing? And I don't like that image that's pushed upon us. And some come from it, but everybody wants to imitate it. That's pathetic. That's weak. That's embarrassing. That's cooning. And I don't mean it just for the Charlo Brothers. I mean it for any fighter out there that portray that shit. They do it in music every day now. All you keep hearing about is their friends down there, how they grew up. Y'all are 90 babies. Y'all didn't grow up in no crack epidemic. You didn't see your friend mama having sex with dudes that you was growing up with. You didn't see women who are beautiful turn into the last thing you thought they were, doing things that you thought they wouldn't do. You didn't see men run away from their families and lose jobs. The fuck all this suffering come from with y'all? Where did the shit come from with y'all? Y'all had Jordans and y'all mamas with y'all. Come on, man. We seen it. So I hate to get on here and hear people with these boxers, bro. I'm an 80s baby myself. I seen it. I know the game. Ain't no way in hell y'all would been fighting since y'all was 7 years old and you was in the streets. Cut that shit out. Just say, hey, I grew up good and I wanted to fight. Just say that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But all this showing you got choppers in the house. You supposed to have choppers in the house. You a millionaire. Hell yeah, somebody coming. But all that other shit, man, got time for that shit. But that's all it is. Like I said, y'all, the WBO mandating this fight doesn't make sense. If you've been watching the sport of boxing, this is not biased talk. This is not me being a fanboy of Terence Crawford, okay? This is just speaking logically. This just popped in my head, okay? Terence Crawford contract is over in October. It's over in October. Bob Arum has offered Shawn Porter $1 million, which ain't nothing. He's offered Shawn Porter $2 million. Shawn Porter didn't take it. But yet, Shawn Porter took $2.5 million with a title, the WBC title, to fight Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford is not offering Shawn Porter $1 million. Terence Crawford is not offering Shawn Porter $2 million. Bob Arum, who says he is not making money off Terence Crawford, offered Shawn Porter $1 million, $2 million. So stop saying that shit. Stop saying it. Stop using it. Okay? Because I keep hearing that. Everybody keeps saying, oh, he offered. Terence Crawford ain't offered Shawn Porter nothing. Not a damn thing. So when This fight is mandated. Hopefully, Bob Arum has it in his mind frame that you know he'll make the fight because this is a money fight. This is a real pay-per-view fight. This is one of the best pay-per-view fights we have seen coming up. Two action fighters. Two action fighters. Shawn Porter gonna give you everything he got, baby. Terence Crawford done stopped everything he done been in the ring with, baby. Huh? If not knocked out, he done made him quit. So y'all know this gonna be a hell of a fight. Bob Arum is offering that low balling money. So when you keep hearing all these bias channels, I keep Shawn Porter, oh man, come on, man. Y'all know what it is. Is Shawn Porter bigger than Tank? Because Tank got 1 million and pay-per-view money. Um, Tank got low numbers. Akeem, I salute. Brian Perkins, I salute. Tyrese. I gotta say, I gotta stop this salute shit. I be hearing everybody else say that shit. I gotta come up with my own word. But shout out to Blue and all the rest of them. I ain't no hater or none of them. I know I'm the best. I know I'm the best when it comes to this boxing shit. That's why I need y'all to go and subscribe to Easy Work Boxing too, so we could build that channel up, y'all. If we build that channel up, y'all know I'm coming at them. Shawn Porter, ain't been on. Has Shawn Porter been on pay-per-view before? Oh, yeah, he was with Errol Spence. He was with Errol Spence. But paper, this is why boxing is fucked up now from people like you, Gerald Fields. And thank you for watching. I love you and thank you for your support. But I have to talk, and tell you the truth. Pay-per-view numbers have nothing to do with fighters fighting each other. Like I said in my last video, when we was little, when we used to get in fights with each other, we would put a stick on each other's shoulder and say, I bet you won't knock that stick off their shoulder. And that would start a fight. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't about, I bet you ain't got $2 in your pocket. And we pulled out our money and we didn't fight. You see what I'm saying? A fight is a fight. What the fuck, how many pay-per-view buys you got, how much money you got, and all that shit got to do with them fighting the best. So when people mention pay-per-view buys and how much money they make, what the fuck does that have to do with a fight? I have never seen two dudes in the street finna get ready to throw down, you know what I'm saying, a thump, that's what we call down here. You know what I'm saying? And then one of them say, well, pull out your money and let me see how much you got. And then he win because he got more money. He say, oh, I ain't finna fight. What the type of shit is that? Boxing has nothing to do with that. Undisputed is the biggest thing in boxing. Pound for pound come behind that. You can be pound for pound before being undisputed because you going out there knocking out good competition. You could be moving up and down being competition. But the biggest acknowledgement in boxing is undisputed, not pound for pound. Y'all being led on with that bullshit, talking about people pound for pound, mean they the greatest fighter. No. If they ain't never been undisputed, they got some shit to talk about. And people talk shit about Floyd Mayweather, but Manny Pacquiao ain't never been undisputed either. And now, I gotta be real with y'all. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fanatic on his skills to the fullest. That's why I say he TBE. But if Manny Pacquiao was to go out there and beat Terence Crawford and Errol Spence and become undisputed, hands down, Manny Pacquiao the greatest fighter ever motherfucking live. Hands motherfucking down. If he go whoop Terence Crawford and Errol Spence ass, he is the greatest motherfucking fighter ever fucking did. And I know it's other fighters who have been motherfucking undisputed, Evander Holyfield been undisputed at cruiserweight and motherfucking heavyweight. But if Manny Pacquiao go out there and beat Errol Spence, fight Terence Crawford, and become undisputed at 147, fuck them losses. Fuck Floyd Mayweather undisputed. Floyd Mayweather 50-0. He is the greatest motherfucking fighter that ever fucking did it. In my opinion. I don't give a fuck what nobody else talking about. Cause that's greatness. That's fucking greatness. That's fucking beautiful. And yeah, he lost to Floyd, but fuck that. When if he do that, ain't no way in hell that loss will hold up. Ain't no way in hell that loss to Floyd can hold up no more. And that's being real. And y'all know how I go in on Manny Pacquiao. Y'all know. And that's being real. If Manny Pacquiao go out there and beat Errol Spence and beat Terence Crawford and becomes undisputed at 147 at his age, he is the motherfucking GOAT. All we can do is acknowledge that he lost to Floyd. And that's just being real. But y'all, I just had to get on here. I wasn't supposed to be on here this long, y'all. But I just wanted to let y'all know that I read the WBO's bullshit. They money hungry right now. See, they like a vampire. They got saliva coming from their veins, their fangs in their mouth. They hungry. They want money for their title. So they're willing to let Terence Crawford be stripped if Bob Arum, the promoter that he has problems with at this point, contractual situation, because Terence Crawford leaves Top Rank in October. So they're depending on a promoter that's into it with his own fighter to make a fight when he lowballed the same fighter 2 times. So basically, we can possibly see Terence Crawford being stripped. Y'all check out for this. Just my opinion. No bias talk, no racism, just real deal boxing talk. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is Easy Work Boxing. I seen y'all take away that like. I seen you take away that like, baby. It's all good though. But I just spit the truth. I give you that real deal boxing talk. This is Easy Work Boxing, man. No bias talk, no racism. Please like, please hit the notification bell. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Subscribe, baby. We out.